Evening, y'all. Chief Prepper here. I'm going to do another video. Hopefully it won't be too long. I'm seeing some stuff on YouTube, creators actually, that have dropped a lot of weight. I think they're anticipating what a lot of preppers are anticipating, which is really hard and really bad times. Okay. So what I'm going to caution you all on is that you don't need to be obese like me, but you don't need to be skinny either. You do need to be in good enough shape where you can walk a good distance if you need to, or you can run and gun and shoot if you need to. But you got to be careful on being too far either direction. You know, if you're too fat and you got too many health problems, then you ain't gonna make it. If you go into this process too skinny from the get-go, and then food becomes the problem that it may become, the movie, or not the movie, the book 1 Second After talks about the starvation that happened, where people died because there just wasn't enough food. So, and what you don't understand is your body is going to eat whether you eat or not, which is why when there's no food, people get skinny, because your body starts consuming itself. Okay. The other thing is America's got a lot of fat people. You know, I ain't no skinny ass. I used to be a lot skinnier, but you know, retired, less active. Now I got health problems. So I've said this a couple times, but you really need to take a look at pictures from World War II. If you look at people, not just from Germany, not just from England, not just from America, but from around the world, there weren't no skinny people. I mean, there weren't no fat people. Everybody was skinny. And they were skinny because the resources were tight. All right. I've said this before too. My dad's neighbor lady, who used to take care of him, she's not taking care of him no more. He's here at my house now. We're taking care of him. She used to say they only got meat on Sundays. Imagine a world and a diet where you only got protein 1 day a week. All right. So if you start out at a severe deficit where you're really skinny already, it's just going to get harder for you, and your body is really going to have problems. All right. So nutrition will be a thing. So I highly recommend that you keep multivitamins, like piles of them on hand, because those will help. And you learn how to cook. And not just cook to eat, but cook to... People think they eat because they're hungry. You're hungry because your body requires sustenance. So when you're eating, you are eating because you're hungry, but you're eating because you need to feed your body. And your body requires a multitude of ingredients to function. All right, so keep that in mind. I mean, there's a long list of shit for preppers that they have to go through to get to where they're at a certain point. All right, so just understand that if we go into a period where it's like the TV series Survivor. Like tonight, there was a guy on there who they showed him passing out, going down to the ground, just shaking. He used to be a fat body, and then he got into really good shape, and then on the show, because of the lack of food, his body started messing with him. All right, so that's going to happen if we go into a shit hits the fan event, like a nationwide, not just a localized weather event. You know, if we have bad guys, a Red Dawn situation, you know, where they're taking out the power grid, you know, what are you going to do? All right, so if you start out too skinny, when that happens, then you're going to have real problems. All right, if you start out too fat and that happens, you're still going to have problems. All right, so second part of this conversation, you need to stack iodized salt. So why am I saying that? Right now I take salt supplements, but in a shit hits the fan event, you're going to have 18 to 22 hour days. You're going to go down for a few hours and you're going to get right back up. Or you're going to go down and you're going to need to be able to wake up and respond to emergency situations 24 hours a day. There's a reason people come back from a war zone goofy, all right? There's a reason there's PTSD, and most combat vets like to sit where they can see the door. They can see the room because they're scanning for threats, all right? So the salt you need, because prior to the invention or advent of salt tablets, because you're going to be physically more active, you're going to be sweating, you may not have air conditioning, you need the salt to put on your food, to salt your food, to help with muscle cramps, which you are going to get. So understand that. You need it not just salt to cure meat, but you need salt to put on your food. And you need spices, all right? So they say magnesium, zinc, and other things are really good for you, but you need to consult a doctor or something, not me, all right? You need to do your research on what you should be taking to help supplement your body, all right? Anyway, this has gone on long enough. Be careful getting too skinny before whatever's going to come down this pipe and smack us gets here. Make sure you stack salt and spices for your food and learn how to cook, all right? Not just warm up shit from the freezer, all right? Information is knowledge and power. Live a little, prep a lot. Chief Prepper out.